Alright, what's going on, guys? So I need some new data. I've given myself a challenge to go ahead and try to enter into a new market. I'm currently in the Memphis, Tennessee market, but I want to expand my territory. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and pull some vacant lists using BatchLeads for my current market and also for the two markets that I'm planning on expanding into. So first things first, I am on BatchLeads. If you guys want to check out BatchLeads, it's a great system. Check it out in the description, links in the description. To be honest, even like right now, I just don't have the time to do a lot of list stuff. So the next step for me is to go ahead and hire a VA. Before I do that, I gotta have all of my steps that they can follow, simplified process. So I do keep that in a drive folder, and I'll just show you guys what that looks like right now. So I keep a section in my company for trainings, and that's literally just all of the day-to-day repetitive tasks that I do that I can pass on to somebody else. So we'll click on that, and I have a training on the batch list pull procedures. Now I won't go through all these step by step, just reading it, but even in the training, I just go down step by step by step, and I try to simplify stuff so much so that a middle schooler could read this and then just get a task done. Now what I do like to have handy, especially for a virtual assistant, if I want to push that task off to somebody else, is all of my buying requirements. This is the buying requirements that I follow that either I would be able to take on, or if it's like a wholesale deal, one of my end buyers, I know that they would be somewhere in this category for buying one of the houses. But I also break it down, again, step by step in a document I call BatchLeads criteria. So one of the very first batch lead list pull criteria is for vacant leads. So this is one that I have for Shelby County. I'm going to build two other separate ones for Little Rock, Arkansas, and Birmingham, Alabama. But the criteria that I have for this right now is vacant, Shelby County, Tennessee, owner occupied, no, occupant status, vacant, property classifications, residential, property types, and I just pretty much include everything from single family up to multifamily. Bedrooms 2 or more, bathrooms 1 or more, building size 750 or more square feet, year built 1940 and after, on market, no, years of ownership 3 or more, owner type individual, include unknown sales date, yes, estimated value 65,000 or more, estimated equity 40% to 100%. Now, of course, you can build that criteria around whatever it is that you're personally looking for, but just as far as what I'm looking for and what I have end buyers looking for, this will pretty much cover everything. So I'm going to go over to batch, and we're going to go to property search. Once you go to property search, you'll see we have this map pulled up here, and I'm going to enter my location. You can see I've already been kind of checking out some spots here for Shelby County, Tennessee. Now the good thing about this is once I go to filters, now I've already got this stuff saved, but I am going to build some new lists from scratch. So you can go to save searches, and I have a bunch of save searches here that I can just pull all this information up already because I've already input this stuff, several times before. But let's do custom search. So first things first, we're going to go to property characteristics based on that last criteria list. All classifications for this particular list, I'm doing residential. Property types, single family, townhouses, condo units, planned unit developments. I have flipped a really nice planned unit development before, so I'm open to taking one of those again. No timeshares, 0 lot lines. I like 0 lots. Multifamily, duplexes, triplexes, quadplexes, and I pretty much just do all the multifamily stuff. All right, so once I'm done putting all the property type information in, you'll see that that information populates over here. So after we do property type, I'm going to move down to the bedrooms. Of course, I said 2 bedrooms minimum, bathrooms 1 bathroom minimum, of course, building area square feet 750, year built minimum 1940. Number of units isn't important, lot size not important. MLS status. So for the MLS status, I don't want anything on market. So on market, I'm gonna click here, no. Years of ownership, I'm gonna do at least 3 years. And there are people that would do like, a minimum of 5 years, 10 years, but what I'm trying to do is just get more data, more leads in my system. Valuation and equity, So for the estimated equity, what I like to do is a minimum of 40% estimated value, at least 65,000. And that 65,000, what I've found is that a lot of the turnkey companies, what they'll do, they'll be able to work with these lower values, really give the houses a really good makeover and then increase the value. So let's go ahead and hit apply here. We got something off. Let me go back up. The vacancy status, of course. I don't know how I forgot that, but the vacancy status, we want the property vacant. So let's click apply again. We see we have 1,742 leads found. All right, so I'm going to click out of here, and then you can kind of see all of those different leads, they populate here. I'm going to add one more filter here on the value, because what I found is that I don't have a lot of end buyers, and myself personally, I'm not looking to do anything over the 390 mark. We'll just say around 390. Let's click apply. And we see that number went down a little bit, so I'm gonna work with that. So from here, I'm going to save this to a vacant list. So I'm gonna select all, add, save properties, save all selected properties. And then now I have to actually save it to a particular list. And of course, if you don't already have a vacant list set up, you can add it here. But let's go down here and I have all of my different list types here. Having different list types is really important because then you can stack lists, such as if you want to stack vacant plus tax sale plus water shut off, then you know you have a seller that may be really motivated and wanting to sell. But let's go ahead and add this to vacant. All right, so for the property tag, I'm gonna add a tag here. Vacant list 9/1/2023. Save it. So I have all of my properties saved now. So what's going to happen is if I come down here to reports, import and export, we see here that the vacant records are being updated now. So what's gonna happen is if I already have a lot of vacants that are already in my system, those won't be added and taken away from the total amount of different leads that I can add to my system per month. So it'll only add the new records. So this will take a moment just to see how many new records will actually be added to my total lead count, which I'll go back here. This is the total lead count that I have here on my dashboard. 92,788 total properties, and I'm trying to push this well over 100,000 just so I have more data to work with. Let's go back down here to reports, and we're gonna wait a second just to see how many were actually imported. All right guys, so 5-6 minutes have passed now, and we can see that my the actual imported leads, these are records that I already didn't have, like the vacant records that I didn't have already. 567, so 567 new records, not bad for a vacant list. That's it for the vacant list, guys. But what I'm gonna do is pull all those other lists using a virtual assistant. What I really realized just having to have scaled back is that I just don't have a lot of time to go in and do all this, stuff like list pulling and skip tracing and all that kind of research and stuff, the repetitive tasks. So I'm gonna pass all this stuff along to a virtual assistant, but I did just wanna get online and kind of show how I pull vacant records. But even for those other couple of cities, they are all similar, so I can use the same criteria throughout all of them. And then especially like for wholesale stuff, I have a lot of the same buyers who are in those same markets. Right now I'm doing a bunch of different lists and again, stacking them on top of each other to see where I have the most motivated sellers. So I have vacant, tax sale, tax liens, tired landlords, equity. I do a bunch of different lists. And if you guys want me to pull any particular list, if you want to know how to pull any particular list using the batch system, again, I have a link to the batch system in the description. Let me know. And if you guys want me to show you how I use virtual assistants to do this stuff, even go through the process of how I hire virtual assistants, then go ahead and throw this video a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.